Welcome. This is Kelly AG, and I'm just going to give it a minute on the live, make sure I'm on my page here, and I'm centered. So, and for you guys to jump on. It always takes a minute, so, let's see here. So, yep, if you're joining me, say hello. I'm just going to refresh my page. Sometimes I can read the comments while I'm working, and sometimes I can't, but I go back and always read them. So it's nice to know if you're joining me. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I see that I am live, so very good. I'd like to welcome you. And today I'm very excited about the 3 projects that we're going to do, the 2 cards and a little gift box. And I'm using the Trucking Along, the bundle. Now, the stamp set is still available, the punch is not, but I think you could easily cut the truck out until you can get the punch. It is nice to have the punch, but it's not necessary, okay? And then I'm also using the happy birthday and the sentiment from the Very Best Occasions. I think these are both really nice sets. So, and then just a couple of things that I'm excited today we could do our pre-order from the holiday mini catalog. So I got that done. I'm ordered kind of only what I'm going to prep for my retreat right now. I like to get the catalog in my hands and kind of look at things and see what I want. So, but also I'd like to say congratulations to Janet Haig. Everyone who placed a $50 order last month, I put their name in a hat and I'm giving them, I drew, and she won the Irresistible Bloom stamp set, and then she also gets a package of embellishments because her order was over $50. So, okay, but the other thing that I'm going to talk about real quick, because I'm doing this set, my next class in August is my Christmas class is also with the Trucking Along, and I'm just going to kind of show you. This is a little gift card holder, but these are my cards that I'm making. So if you're order it to go, you will be doing 2 each of these. And I love these cards. I love this blue and the red. It's so rich looking. So with that, you'll be doing 8 cards, 2 of each of them, and then you will get a whole pack of the Glorious Gingham paper and a pack of the red and green adhesive back pearls. Why they're called red and green, I don't know. But anyway, so you will get that with that. And of course your envelopes in a PDF, okay? And then you also can order, well, this is my main class for my club. I'm doing the Earth and Elegance, I think it is, or Textures. But you'll be doing 2 each of these as well, and then plus I did my Facebook Live on that, so you can take and go back to that. But you will receive with that, of course you'll need the bundle, but you will receive a half a pack of the adhesive back Solid Gems and a half a pack of the rhinestone, and then a full pack of the DSP that matches, okay? So I kind of like to go over that a little bit, so sometimes it gets a little confusing, but so you'll be making 8 cards with each of those classes, and then today I'm using the Glorious Gingham as well, okay? So I think that was it. I have a new host code for this month, so today through Sunday, if you take an order $40 or more and use my host code, I'll send you stuff to make these 3 projects. You will still need the stamp set or use, one of your own. So, okay. But I'll send it to you free. So, but you have to use the host code. So I know that you're getting that. All right. So let's get started. And oops, oh shoot, and I lost some of my little dies. Hang on a second here. I can't lose them. I had everything ready so I can show you what I did. And of course, let's see. Seems like I've been up really early this morning, so hopefully I don't take and drop everything, right? Have days like that. Okay, all right. So on this card, I got these out to show you because I want to show you exactly what I did. I'm going to set this aside. But I used, and I think they're retired if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't know that. But on this card, you can see I got the stitch rectangles, and then I got like these little pillars because this pops up. So you can fold it down either way to send it. I go over a little bit on this side, so I guess you'd have to send it here, but I have to be careful doing that. But so it's like a window. It's kind of cool. So I think that'd make a really cool card. But okay, with these rectangle stitch dies, okay. So you got, I'm not going to use this part at all, and hopefully you can see this. I'm going to set these back in here. So let's see here. They kind of all go in order. But if you count, mine are laying flat. But if you go from, I'm going to go from the largest to the smallest, okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm not going to use the first one, but I'm going to use the second to the largest and the third, okay? So we'll be using like 5 and 6. I should have probably laid them down. I used them so they're kind of bent a little bit. But so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these. So they're kind of the center ones, all right? So I got the 2 smallest ones, 1 in between, and the largest that I did not use. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. If you need me to snap a picture after or something, let me know, okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, let me know you're here. Say good morning or hello. And if you're new, definitely say hello, okay? So what we're going to start with, and I'm just going to kind of go through everything. This is Lemon Lime Twist, okay? And it's 5.5 by 8.5. You're just going to fold it in half. I actually scored it at 4 1/4. So then what you're going to do is I actually took the whole piece of my designer paper, the 6 by 6, okay? And what I did is I cut this 4 inches by 5 1/4, so that's this piece. Then I took a piece that that was left over, so I cut this at 4 1/4, or I'm sorry, 4 inches and then 5 1/4, okay? And then this piece I had left over, so this is actually I think 2 inches by 6 because you got your 4 inches. So you will need to cut this down to 1 7/8 by 6. And then this piece you don't need at all, okay? So I'm going to set that here. So this piece would actually be cut down 1 7/8 by 6, and then you got your 5 1/4. So I'm going to just set this aside. And then what you're going to do here is, let me make sure I had these all right here. So you're going to take, this would be your 3. This is your third to the largest, okay? And then your smaller one, your smallest out of that one. So actually when I count down, this would be 3, and then this would be 6. Okay, and then you're just going to center this, and if you have to take these 2 you can, your two dies, and you run it through. And what you're going to end up with, okay, on this one, let me show you here, is you're going to end up with this, okay? So you got this piece that's here, and this piece that's, oh, nope, I got the wrong size. I knew I had that set up for a reason. So this is number 6, so this should be with the 5. I got them mixed up, I'm sorry. So, anywho, this is the second, the third largest, and then the, out of the smaller ones, it's the second to the smaller. So, okay, so that's how I did that. And then this is going to be part of your frame that is going to go on here. I might set those dies back on there and you know, show you again. But okay, so we're going to set this aside. This you do not need, but what I did is I actually flipped it over and used it for the second card. So I'm going to just set that aside as well. But you're going to still have to cut the other things, so it doesn't matter. But okay, so this one, you will take and use this, okay, and you're going to set that. This is your 4 by 5 1/4 piece of your lemon lime twist. And then what you're going to get out of that is this, okay? So that you're going to use, and then this piece will go on here. So you'll know to give you the border around there, it'll make sense. And then you're not, you know, you can use this even though you cut it out, but that'll go right on top of that after. But we got to build our pillars first, okay? So this one will be, let me see, this one is 6 and 2. Yeah, I have those mixed up, so I really will, I can show you. But you can see the difference. This is the smaller one that goes with the bigger one. That might make more sense. Okay, this gives you a little thinner line, and this gives you a wider one. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. I should just number these with a marker, and that would make it easier. But we're going to set that aside. Okay, so before we put this down, we need to build our little pillars in here. I call them pillars. But that's the part that makes it go up and down. So what we're going to do here is I got this at, let me just move this aside here. I have this piece that I said was 2 inches, right? So I'm going to cut it down to 1 7/8. And I had already scored the other one, but I'm just going to go through and show you. So you're going to score this at 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so 3/8 of an inch is, you're going to count, let's see, it's easier to count. 1, 2, 3. So it'll be those 2 marks before your 1/2 inch. Okay, and I'm going to do my first one. This is the 1/2 inch, so it's going to be right there. I'm going to do it on this side because it's easier to hold my paper. So you go 3/8 of an inch. You're going to do 3/4. Make sure I have this right. So 3/8 of an inch, 3/4, 1 1/8. So if you don't know how to use your measurements, you're going to have to learn. So 1 1/8, and then you're going to do 1 1/2. Okay. And then with that, you're going to cut it down to 3 inches. It's easier to score the whole thing. Okay, so that was just an example. I did another one here. I'm gonna save that for another card I'm gonna make. I'm going to use this one, so that 3 inches. So those marks again, that's 1 7/8 by 6, and then you're going to score it 3/8, 3/4, 1 1/8, and then 1 1/2. And you're just going to take and fold these on your line. I'm going to do this because I'm going to glue it. You could use your score tape as well. Maybe I don't know, last time I took and glued them, so. With this part, it doesn't matter so much. You just want something that's going to hold it really well. I did a different card, or I was going to, and then I never finished it. But okay, so what you're going to do is I'll put my score tape, if I have it out, I do. You could do glue or score tape right there. But since I have it out, I will just take and do this. So if you do this right, you should be able to just take and close it and it'll stay together. Okay, so that closed like that, and it gives you that little pillar. I call it a pillar. So you need 2 of them. I did this with my glue yesterday, and it was fine. But I have to tell you, I was out pulling weeds yesterday. Oh, I gotta get that over a little bit. Why does that not seem right? This one does not seem right. Maybe I did them wrong. Let me see these, if they're gonna come together, because they're not nice and square. Something's not right. Let's hope I got these right. These look better. I might have scored it wrong. Let me see. Something's not right on that one though. If I have to use them, I will, but I'd rather not. No, these look better, I think. What did I do wrong? No, I think these are good. Let me use these. I'm going to just use glue on them. If you're off just a little bit, it will make such a difference. And I scored them this morning early, so. All right. So now you're going to see it done with glue. But when I was weeding, I accidentally, while I threw, I don't know, there's a little piece of a brick, and I kind of tossed it on the side so it was out of my way, and guess what I must have hit? Some ground bees or hornets, whatever they're called. Oh, that looks better, I think. And it's like, oh my gosh, they stung me. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's right. So they stung my finger twice. They got in my hair, stung me on my head, so that was not fun. Needless to say, I was done weeding. Okay. Yep, everything should be good. It's all lined up even. So, okay. All right, so we want to let them just dry for a second. Yeah, I keep forgetting to buy adhesive. I order everything else except adhesive, so I'm down to just some glue. But all right, so what I'm going to do is put some glue on here, or you could do your tape. I almost think glue might be easier. But when you run this through the Big Shot, you kind of want to try to make sure your border is even, okay? So you're going to do that. And then I'm going to glue this on here. Oops, better not do that. I'll be starting all over. Well, anyways, after I got stung, I took some Benadryl, and usually Benadryl makes my heart beat fast. Well, it did just the opposite. It knocked me out and felt like I slept the whole day, but Okay, so now our little things that we have built, what you're going to do, oh, one other step, hang on, I gotta do this first. Let me get them out of the way so I don't get them mixed up. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So what I need to put down first is my white piece under here, and I'm going to stamp that first. So let me do that. And this little piece here is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. So let me show you. That will fit right in here, nice. And then you're gonna put your little pillar things there, okay? So what I did is I had added these trees after, but this one I'm just going to stamp. I did fussy cut them. So I'm going to actually just stamp that on here. I kind of feel like I'm jumping all around today. So I'm going to use this happy birthday. And you want to stamp it down a little bit so you can see it. Okay, and I'm going to stamp the tree. The tree is from the trucking along. I'm just going to do that in the Memento black, and then I'm going to use the lemon lime twist for the inside of the tree. Let's see. So, what I found with these little things is sometimes it's just easier to color with your blends. So I'm using, this is one of the SU 300. There was like this, like the skin tones, I think it was. So this is one of them. So I'm just coloring that in. You could use like crumb cake or whatever you want. I just kind of quickly grabbed yesterday and was playing around, so. Okay, so now this little piece is 2 3/4 by 3 1/2, so we'll get that in there. And then it kind of all comes together, so. What you really want to look for, where, you know, is just to kind of center it, but then center this, so you got room to put these in. Okay. So I'm just adding glue kind of to the back. I'm just going to put it right there, and then what I'm going to do is just fold it down, and there's only glue on that side right here, so it'll pop right back up, but I want to make sure that it's nice and you know, glued down good. So I'm just going to put that piece, oops, I need to kind of pop it back up so I can see. Of course, I'm getting glue all over me. Okay. So I'm just going to push that down, make sure it's on there good. Okay, so that's how these are, and then see how they fold. This one I gotta get. You know, I have to check those measurements. For some reason, it seems like this is just a little bit off. But I know you want to do every 3/8 of an inch. So I think that's fine though. Let me see if I can get this one. You can kind of almost crease it if you don't get it right. Okay, there, I think that's better. That looks good. I think that's all it needed, is I didn't crease it good enough, I think. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're just going to put glue. I think that's all I use, yeah, the glue. On the other card, I popped the one part up. So I just have glue on these little pillars. Make sure they're nice and straight. And then you're just going to add them on there. Okay? Try to make sure you're even all the way around. Let me kind of push that down. So I got them flat, so it's going to stay on there good, okay? Going both ways here. There. So that gives you your little window pop-up. I call it a pop-up window. All right. So then I'm going to show you with the truck. So you see how I stamped the trees, right? But I'm going to show you. I'll show you real quick again. Because I have. So I just used the Memento black. I'm going to stamp the truck. And I just have a little piece that is like maybe 2 inches. Because when you go to punch it, you know, you're going to get the window, the tire, and then this is like the hubcap. So you just want to do the truck. So I'm using the Memento ink, the black, and then I'm going to just do the tree again, just to kind of show you. And then, what do I have? The presents. So with the presents, it's okay to use the center, but I'm almost thinking that for me, it's easier to just color it in, and then I fussy cut around it. Okay, so let's do that. There is a center part on here, which is this. Let's see. So, the gifts. There's this part to stamp inside, and then there's, you know, then you still have to color some of it if you want or leave it white. Now this, I almost found it impossible to match up, but I'll show you what I did for that. And then this one was really interesting, but I found if I stamp these first, it's almost easier to stamp that. Now the tree's no problem. This tree's no problem. This I didn't use, so, okay? Just to give you an idea. So now I'm going to take the center. Oh, I forgot to do the wheel. So the wheels, let them lay flat, and then put them on your stamp. And hopefully, I don't get my, might have to bring this down because I can't really see at all. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it. I don't know if I got, oh, not too bad. What I look for are the centers. Now see, I'm down just a little bit, so not the best, but it's okay. I would probably restamp that. But what I found is if you line up your centers and then maybe just like the bottom, it's not too bad. So, and on the truck, kind of the same thing. What I'm looking for is the bottom just below how the truck goes. I don't know if I'm a little too high. I don't think I am. Okay, not bad. I am just a little too low, actually. But if you can kind of line it up, but I find that if you line up the bottom just like nice and straight on there, maybe just a touch bit lower, it turns out really good. Okay. So yeah, and then I'm just going to show you how I colored. Of course, you can use, I use real red, and I got the parakeet party for the green, not the lemon lime twist. So I did that. I think I actually stamped this one first with the lemon lime twist, but then I kind of didn't get it the best, so then I redid it. But it's almost just as easy to do the blends with this. And then I fussy cut it, which wasn't really, it's not too hard because you don't have to be perfect with it. But, and this one I just made all that color, so finish the ribbon. Okay, and you could even do the tree if you really wanted to, instead of doing the stamp, if it's easier for you. I think using, if you get it lined up and made a bunch of these cards and use the Stamparatus, it would probably be good. But see, you could do that as well. So, whatever's easiest for you and you know you're comfortable with. Now it is much easier stamping this truck than what I did, because if you're right over it or if you stand up, you can see it a lot better. Okay, don't want you to think that it's too difficult. But I actually fussy cut these trees. Excuse me. And it really is not that hard. Okay. So I did happy birthday, and I'm going to just stamp the sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on my inside, and then we'll finish putting the card back together. Gotta just make sure I'm stamping on the inside the correct way, right? There we go. Okay. And that's just in the black. And you could stamp something on the inside if you wanted to. Oh, I wanted to show you with this truck, it's nice and easy to punch out. But if you use this paper that's, like I said, 1.5 inches or 2 inches wide, you're just going to line it up. And there's just a little white outline on it. Okay, so it's nice and easy to punch out that way, and you're not wasting too much paper. But this would be, let's see, I think that's not the hubcap. I don't know where the hubcap went, or I didn't punch it out maybe. But you could do like where you want to build your truck. There's the tire. You could actually, if you wanted to, which I should have done this before I cut it out or punched out, but you could actually take the windshield if you really wanted to, which I'm a little high, but you could take and punch that out, okay? And then use our acetate for like a window. I think that's pretty cool. So, okay? And then your tire you'd have in black, like say you wanted to build a little box or something, okay? So that's what those pieces are for. So let's go ahead and put this together. All right, so that's for our inside. And then our little truck, I punched that out. See, this was, like I said, pretty easy to cut. And what I did is I just added a little glue to this back here. Or you could do glue dots, whatever you want. I get some glue out. Hope I don't run out, right? But you want something so it's going to stay on there, just like that. And kind of let that dry. All right. So then I'm going to glue this tree on here. And I did not pop the truck up. I just took and added some glue like to the tires. And I'm just going to glue it right onto the front. And if it's easier, just push that down. As long as you don't got too much glue on there. You're going to have enough that's popped up anyways, so you don't want to add too much. So I got that one, and I got one more tree here. Losing my ribbon. There, now I did not add any embellishments. I don't feel that it needs anything, but I thought it was pretty cool. So just a little pop-up kind of card. What do you guys think? Do you like this one? I thought it was really cute. I thought it was perfect with the truck. So let me know what you think. So, hi ladies. I'm glad that you are watching and joining me. So, okay. So the second card, okay. So hopefully I don't have you all confused with those die things. But I think you can kind of figure it out. So what I did with the second card is got the lemon lime twist again, and it's still the 5.5 by 8.5. So what I got is a piece of This is 5 by 3 3/4, and I ran it through an embossing folder, and I know that this is retired, but I like it, so I don't even know the name of it. I'm sorry, but you could run it through any embossing folder. So I did the same thing with this. I just used a smaller sheet of paper, and I ran it through with those same dies to get this. I know I actually cut that smaller so I wasn't wasting anything. So it was, yeah, it was the third from the largest. So I know I skipped the fourth one, and then I did the fifth, and I think this is the sixth. So it's 3 and 6. I think. Let me see. I keep getting that one wrong. Sorry, 3 and 4, or 3 and 5. So 3 and 5, just to give me the smaller one, okay? And then this would be 6 and, let's see, 6 and, where's my little notes? 6 and 2, because that's the smaller one, so, okay? So I just had that, I had the smaller ones mixed up. But anyway, so that's how I cut that. It's easy to get them all confused, but I really think I'm going to go through and mark them with my, my permanent marker. So anywho, I flipped this one around, okay? And before I take and put that down, I'm going to, there is, it looks like the road or the tire tracks right there. They got some kind of grass here too. I could have stamped that with the tree. But I'm going to stamp that on here. And then I just did basically the same with the truck, so that's nothing different. But what I'm going to do is show you. I'm just going to quick show you what I did here with the did I get them out? These are so small you can hardly see them. I thought I got that out though. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. Let me get that out. Oh no, right here. The little pails. I'm done with the tree, so I'll put that back. So it looks like the little pails with the flower. Okay. So when I try to line those flowers up, there's no way I can get them. And I even tried stamping them before and I couldn't get them. So what I did is I just took my marker, my blends, and I just kind of dabbled in here just to fill it in. There's no right or wrong. And once it's all dry, it all blends in. I could have probably even did these look like leaves. They could have been green instead of the red. But, and that kind of just fills it in. And for some reason, I did this top of the pale red. I don't know why. But just kind of blend that in a little bit. And then I just did this with the parakeet party, the rest of the pails. And I fussy cut that too. Okay, and actually not hard at all. So, I don't know, if you got a trick to get them lined up, let me know, okay? So, let's go ahead and start putting the front of our card together. Oh, you know what? I got a piece of green that I think I forgot to cut. Let's see. I got a piece right here that I was using. So, let me figure out what this is. So you do need that because it adds to it. It looks nice. So this will even help you. This is 4 1/4, just a little over 4 1/4. So I need probably 4 1/2 by 3 1/4 or 3 1/8. Let's see. 4¼ by 3⅛. May have to take off a little bit of that one side. Oh, see, I cut it short. Shoot. Well, I need to find a piece of paper. Hang on a second, I'll grab one. I got one. I don't know why I forgot to cut that today. I'm going to cut that a little different. I see a turkey party. I'm sorry about that. I like to have the measurements all together. I don't know why I didn't have that. I probably should have left that one side. So I'm a little over 4¼ so I gotta go 4½. That's where I went wrong. By 3¼ that makes, or 3⅛. I'm gonna go 3⅛. Let's see if that fits. Yeah, that's better. So, okay, so that was 4½ by 3⅛. So that's gonna go. Let's see, let's get this on here because I popped this up. If I had just made those other Christmas cards and this, and then you kind of forget what you are doing sometimes. Okay, so let's put this down. This is the lemon lime twist. Okay, so this piece goes on here, and I want to actually pop that up. So what I got is my faux sheets of adhesive, and they're kind of chewed up here. Let's see where I can. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this whole thing. And add that on here. Now we do have adhesive strips, but I do not know where mine are. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. This works just as easy. This is if you were running stuff through the Big Shot and you'd put your cardstock on there. Okay. I just need a little chunk. And I think that's easier than putting all the dimensionals on there, so. All right. So when you do this though, you're gonna wanna make sure you got it lined up good. Because if you don't, it's gonna be hard to pull it off. I'm just pulling the backing off of all this. Since I did the other stuff with the Christmas, let's see, pay attention here. Okay, there. And it just gives a little pop up. All right, so now I'm going to glue this down. But what I was saying is, since I did that with the Christmas cards, I kind of wanted to use the flowers. And I think the next flowers that I use, you could almost make them sunflowers for fall. Oops. This is why I use glue. There. Get that kind of even. There. Okay. All right. So I got inside. It says, sending you sunny thoughts. And it says, every day is a fresh start. So let's go ahead and stamp that. So every day is a fresh start. Special delivery. Let's see. And I'm just using the Memento ink. And then I got a little strip here that is probably just a little over 1/4 inch thick. And I'm just going to try to center that. There. Okay. And I already did my truck, so, but if you have questions about the truck or anything, just let me know and I'll try to, answer them the best I can. So, I think most of you are pretty crafty and know what you're doing. So, okay, so what I'm going to do here is just kind of cut this on an angle. And I was just kind of putting that right across there. And then I'm going to pop up the truck, but I'm also going to put this little pail of flowers right here first. Want to be able to see the green, so you don't want to go too low. Okay, and then we are going to take and put dimensionals on the truck and the flowers. And I want it to be all so it's nice and even. I could have probably just put the dimensionals. I'm going to try to get some of that glue off there. The dimensionals on the flowers and tuck them in. I think that would have been fine. I'll put one right there to hold that all together. These are the little ones, so it takes a few more, but I'm just getting the backs off of them. Okay, so how many have this set already? Were you able to get the punch and everything? There. Now, let's put this on, and I'm just going to add a little glue to each end, because I don't want it to be in the center. Okay. And we're just going to kind of do it like that, going across. Now the top I didn't cut to match, but this I did. And then I'm going to just put a little ribbon on there. I'll find my glue dots here. This is just our the in color twine. I wasn't going to add any ribbon, but I don't know, this looks so bright and sunny kind of, so I thought, oh, it'd be cute. You could do embellishments if you want, but I didn't think it really needed it. So, what do you guys think? Hopefully you like them. I think they're pretty cool, just kind of showing you how to do, you know, use each of the you know, like different things with the same paper and everything. So, okay. So this one I didn't score yet, so let's hope that I score it right? But we'll figure it out. Okay, so I have a piece of, and this is such an easy box and a fun box. So, I took and tied it. I'll show you. I'm not going to untie it because sometimes I never get it tied back the same way, but I'll show you when I make this one, okay? So, okay, this is 4 1/4 by 11, and well, let's do the 4 1/4 side. We're just going to score it at 1 inch on each side. So you can do it however you want. I'm scoring it at 1 inch right here, so it'd be 1 inch, and then actually, if you did it this way, it'd be 3 1/4. So that gives you 1 inch here, okay? And then on the 11-inch side, you're going to score at 1 inch. And then I turn it around so I can finish scoring at 5 and 6. And then 1 inch over here. So that'd be 10. So you're going to score it at 1 inch, 5 inches, 6 inches, and 10 inches. And then 1 inch on each side. Okay? So before I even fold it, I'm going to just sit there and cut this because it's just easier. Most boxes I will fold and stuff, but on one side, because this will be the opening, you're going to just take and I cut that on an angle, and I'm cutting this on an angle because you want that to fit inside. And what you find is you may actually have to cut more off this side so it fits in your box good. So this is going to be the top, okay? So now here what I'm going to do, these little pieces, the tabs, we're just going to cut into them as well. When you take that little bulk out, they kind of just fold better. If I get it out. And in here, and you don't really want to take any off these end pieces, but just make sure that they're nice and straight. Okay, so that's how that looks. Let's finish this side. I don't know if we'll even get anything out of our garden. Carol, Todd planted, well, we have been getting these ground cherries, which are kind of different. They're really small. They almost taste like a, oh, what do you call it? Cherry tomatoes, but they're much smaller, but they're good. They're good in salads and stuff, or you wanted to take and make salsa, they'd be good, but it'd be time consuming. But, he planted so many, and then so many beans and everything that I don't even know if stuff's got room to grow, but whatever. He got stuff planted, and that's all he wanted. So, but okay, so let's go ahead, and now we're going to crease these good. He didn't plant the beans that I like. He planted these beans that grow tall, which he never put anything up for because he kind of ran out of time. And they're just growing all around his tomatoes. So, what I was cleaning yesterday was by the hostas and the other the tomatoes that he put in. So, okay. So, what we're going to do, this is the top, the part that I had cut. So, you're going to take and put these tabs in. Let's just start with these tabs to make that part of the box, okay? So I'm just going to do a little glue there. And I like to kind of keep it flat so I can make sure that I got it nice and even and straight. Some people are better at holding it up. I'm better at keeping it flat. Just want to hold it enough so the glue sticks. Okay, and then these two tabs. Going to do the same thing, and that's going to make the bottom of your box. Okay. So I'm just kind of holding it there, making sure I got it far enough in. And then this side. Okay. So that gives us the bottom of the box. And then this will go in, and I don't think I folded that. I don't know why I didn't crease that. So all that stuff's going to go in, and if it fits, then you don't need to take any more off, which mine's good. So this will be the top of the box. Now I actually thought, and I don't know if I have my little punch here, but I actually was going to punch a little half circle here, but I don't think I got my little punch here. But I would do that so they know, like it's easier to open if you do the little half circle. So that would be at the top, okay? Now I have two pieces of the gingham paper, so you could do either or side. For some reason I like this. But this is 2 inches by 3 3/4. So like when you're cutting for this, you will have those strips of that 2-inch piece. So that works perfect for using for this, okay? So it's 2 inches by 3 3/4. So you actually will only get one out of each of your 2 inches because you're going 3 3/4. But instead of wasting it, which you never waste designer paper, so Okay, so I'm just putting this on each end, and you don't, oh look, I got something on it. You don't even have to put it on the back if you don't want to, but I think it looks nice and makes the box look finished, okay? So our next thing is, I have this is the Parakeet Party, and this is our, I know it's the ribbon, that's the metallic woven ribbon. And what I'm going to do is just tie this around here. So I'm just going to allow extra so I can tie it good. And you can either put it on the top, in the front, however you want, oops, around the box. So I know some people tie their little bows into a knot first, but you want to be able to open this one, so yeah, you can either put it there if you want, or on top, but I think I like it on top. And just standing up and looking at it. Okay, and then I'm just snipping some of it. All right, so that's like that. And why you want to do that first is because once you put your circle on, then you're going to put dimensionals so it kind of stays all together. So this is a 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and then I did a 2-inch circle. So this is our newer circle punch. It's nice to have the circle punches. So, okay, so I'm going to put my dimensionals. I have this little end strip that I'm just going to use. It's my daughter. If you heard something, she's just going to work. She had to leave, so. She was the one making all that noise. Okay, so I'm pulling them off because I want to put them on. Oh, you know what? I forgot to stamp my special delivery. I'm going to go ahead and do that before I put this on. Okay. Let's get this going here. Special delivery. Now, I thought, and I may do this, I may try it out because I didn't use it yet, but I'm going to stamp this to the top. Okay, I thought there was a stamp that says, let me see where I have this. Now, by the time we get done stamping, I have a mess, but this says Farm Fresh. What do you guys think? Should I add that on to there? I don't know, I think that would be kind of cool to add that on there. So let's try it on this one. So we'll get a small block here. Oh, and I was going to show you how to do these flowers too. So just, let's see. I'm going to add that onto the side of the truck. I thought that'd look kind of cool. And if I mess up, then that's not good, is it? So, all right, very good. Isn't it cute? Farm Fresh. I think these would be so cute for a farmer's market. So I'm going to pop that up, but before I do that, let me show you. Remember, I was going to show you how to, I'm going to put this on. I can go ahead and put this on. So this is just going to go like that. Okay, and I'm going to glue this on and let it dry. So then I'm going to show you how to stamp these flowers, or how I found it easier to stamp. You may not, I don't know. But sometimes it's nice to have little tips of how to do this. Okay, so we're going to just let that dry. I'm going to set that right here. So what I had found, let's see, a little Farm Fresh. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to get my red out. And let me see these flowers, which way they go. So what I found for me is I stamped, nope, I didn't do a very good job. Stamp that, okay. in the red, and gotta find the other part that goes right here, these flowers. And I don't know how easy this will be to do because I'm kind of got to put my head down, but what I found is lining this up, and I know it's going to be a little harder because I can't be right over it. I'm just going to do it, but I go like that, and I actually didn't do too bad for not being right over it. But you could color these in, okay? If you didn't want to sit there and try to, what did I just do with that? If you could just stamp it and go ahead and color them in. But I actually kind of liked how the flowers look, so I found it easier to stamp the color and then that. And then what I did is I just took my my parakeet party and just took and colored my leaves in and my stems. And then I fussy cut it, and it was actually really easy to fussy cut. And you could make these, if you did yellow, look like sunflowers, but I was using the red and everything, so I just did a little bit of that brown in there and just fussy cut them, okay? So, and then I took and popped this up too. So fairly easy. Like I said, if you don't have the punch for the truck, you could fussy cut. I mean, everything except the truck I did, so. All right, we're just gonna get these off. If I can get them off here. Put dimensionals to raise the truck since we're not sending this, but I think you could put some candies in here, especially if you get at the farmer's market, or a gift card. And then even if you had the right cookie, you could fit the cookie in here too. The box isn't real wide, but it opens up nice. So I just took and untied that, and see the ribbon stays. And hopefully I got this the right way, but it opens up. So yeah, a gift card would fit perfect with some candies, okay? And then you could keep it and try to tie it again here. But so that's my 3 projects today. And you know, if you like them and want them free, all you gotta do is use my host code and place a $40 order by Sunday midnight, and I will send you the product to recreate these projects. And then what's really awesome is if you take the Christmas class, then you got, you know, you can use the stamp set for 7 different projects. So, all right, just to give you ideas. But I think I'm going to probably try to keep just my Wednesday at 10 because it gives me time to do things the rest of the day and stuff. So that kind of works out good. But that's where the little bee stung me there, or whatever it was, twice. And oh my God, they got in my hair. And thank God my daughter was home because she had to help me get them out. And then I had a couple more on me. So it's like, I don't want that again. My dog got stung probably about 2 weeks ago in a different spot that she stepped on, and those bees or hornets, whatever they are, were in the ground, and she had like quite a few on her, so I felt bad. I know how she feels because they're pretty mean. But anywho, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But we will see you next week. If for some reason I get enough time, there is another video that I kind of wanted to do, but if it's not with this set, I'm going to do it with another set. So, but if you guys got questions, like I said, about these rectangles, I think you can kind of figure them out. You know, so just let me know. I'll try to mark them and then lay them out, okay? But you guys have a great weekend, which is coming around quick. So we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching me. Bye-bye.